Hola estudiantes, en este video vamos a aprender cómo hacer comparaciones. In this video I'm going to teach you how to make comparisons. Toda la información está en página 174 del libro Avancemos. So our goal is to learn how to make comparisons. We will then use these in order to describe our family members, our friends, and ourselves. Aquí tengo unas fotos. First photo is Frida Kahlo y Diego Rivera. I could use the comparisons to say things like Diego es más gordo que Frida, o Frida es más baja que Diego. Another couple that we might recognize, we have Shaquille O'Neal and his wife. We know Shaquille is very, very tall. So I might say Shaquille O'Neal es más alto que su esposa. To connect this with English, we do use comparatives. These are expressions used to compare two people or two things. In English, comparative adjectives are formed by adding ER to the end of a word or by using words such as more, less, or as. Por ejemplo, Rodrigo is taller than his sister. If I wanted to say this in Spanish, I would use the phrase más followed by an adjective. Rodrigo es más alto que su hermana. Show you how this is done. When I'm making a comparison in Espanol and I'm using an adjective, I have to make sure that my adjective agrees with the first noun. So I have some key phrases. Más que, which means more something than. So I can insert any adjective that I would like here. Por ejemplo, mi abuela es más artística que mi padre. So my grandmother is more artistic than my father. Notice that abuela is my first noun. Since I'm referring to a female, my adjective has to agree. So I'm not going to say artístico, I would say artística. Next one, if I want to say somebody is less talented or less artistic, I will put menos que. Por ejemplo, la clase de ciencias es menos divertida que la clase de inglés. In this case, I'm saying science class is less fun than English class. Once again, I'm referring to la clase as my noun. It is feminine, so my adjective for fun, I will say divertida to modify the noun clase, which is feminine. Y finalmente, if I want to compare things as pretty much equal, I will use the phrase tan como. So this is just as something as another item or person. Por ejemplo, tus hermanas son tan serias como la maestra. In this case, I'm saying your sisters, plural, are just as serious as the teacher. Since I'm referring to dos chicas, my adjective has to agree. So I will say not just seria to match feminine, but serias to match the gender as well. Sometimes I will have comparatives that I do not need to use an adjective. Por ejemplo, I can just simply use the phrase más que. Me gusta ir a la biblioteca más que al gimnasio. In this case, I'm not using an adjective to describe them. I'm simply stating that I like to go to the library more than the gym. Menos que is less than, so I could say me gustan las hamburguesas menos que los tacos. I like hamburgers less than I like tacos. Tanto, this time instead of tan, I'm simply adding to, so tanto como is as much as, so to show a similar connection. ¿Te gusta hablar tanto como escuchar? Do you like to speak as much as you like to listen? All right, wrapping things up here, we do have a few irregularities when we're talking about comparatives. These are going to just agree in number with the noun. So I have the following phrases that you will need to memorize: mayor, menor, mejor, y peor. So we got several words here. We got 3 different ones that are 5-letter words that start with M. So I have some strategies to help you remember these. The word for mayor is the word for older. So I could say, mis hermanos son mayores que yo. So I would say mayor because they are older. So a good way to remember this one is in order to be the mayor of a city, you have to be older. You have to have a certain age. So you must be older to be the mayor, mayor. Menor is the word for younger. Remember, younger kind of sounds like the word minor. So menor sounds like minor, someone who is underage or younger in age. Mejor is the word for better. Often I will say mejorar, like to improve. So in this one, I would rhyme it with superior. To be superior is to be better. So mejor and superior, those rhyme. So mejor, superior, better. Peor significa worse. So if you think of the word poor, peor, something that's done poorly is not done well, it's done bad. And if it's really, really bad, we know it could potentially be the worst. So that one, link it to the word por. All right, so just some connections to help you remember those vocabulary words for the irregular ones. Un ejemplo para terminar. Mis tíos son mayores que mi tía. Once again, I said it has to agree in number since I'm referring to my uncles. They are all older, mayores que mi tía, than my aunt. Muchas gracias por su atención. Please make sure you do your practice activity that's in the comments below this video on our community. Muchas gracias por ver. Adiós.